Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to New Life Health Ministries. And today we're going to be talking about how to read your Bible again, and we're going to look at wisdom literature. Wisdom literature is actually a lot of people's favorite. It's easy and it's just commonsensical. That's now a word, commonsensical, coining it. It's really just all about that stuff. Like today, if we had wisdom literature, it would look like something like YOLO. It's these things that are really easy to memorize that are just expressing a point. That's practical. You only live once. It's a bad saying because that's not true. You get to choose to live every single day. Yeah, that's I heard that on a rap song, and that's actually good wisdom because I'm a different person than I was a year ago. So to say I only live once, that's not really true. That guy already died, and here's a new Josh. And you see that a lot with people who actually do grow. People who bother to do that, yeah, they will get to choose to live every single day. You get to wake up and choose who you're going to be that day. Some good, solid wisdom. Also, sayings from today might be, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I saw that on a shirt once, and it was followed by, except for sharks, because they will kill you. Yeah, no, I thought it was funny. I don't know why, but it was a fun shirt. But yeah, no. So that is wisdom literature. And when we look at it in the Bible, we're looking at this kind of combination of Paul's letters and the Psalms, where we talked about, last time we talked about how to read your Bible. Paul's letters are kind of those really knowledgeable, really like, let me break down some logic to you. The Psalms are really this emotion-felt thing. But what Proverbs is they're written like Psalms, but they're expressing some form of knowledge. So you kind of take the two ideas and just, and you have this new thing. And it's written that way to be easier to memorize. Kind of the fool hates instruction, but the wise man loves the rod, because the foolish man doesn't want to grow. He doesn't want to be told he's wrong. But a wise man, he wants to grow. He's saying, yeah, I'm going to choose every day to live differently, to be better. On my phone, I have like nice little wisdom things on there because I have 3 alarms, because that's how much it takes to get this guy up. Yeah, I don't drink coffee. It takes 3 alarms. It's just fantastic every morning. But first one's like, hey, be better. Next one is pray and be better. And then that last one is you can always be better. Kind of drilling it into my own head. Today you're going to choose to be better than you were yesterday. And so when someone corrects me, I'm like, sweet. Now I have a chance to be better. But a foolish man goes, no, you can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me how to live my life. And that's like ingrained into our culture today, unfortunately. So when you look through Proverbs, you see really cool statements. And a lot of times they do this like kind of structure where it's, here's what to do, here's what not to do. And it's broken down like that to make it easier. I'm trying to think of some good ones. I know my favorite book that is a wisdom literature book is Ecclesiastes, written most likely by Solomon, but it just says the Coley, so I don't want to say for sure. There's some debate about that among scholars. But in chapter 7, he says, why be over-righteous? Why cause your own downfall? And then he says, but don't be wicked overmuch. Why should you die before your time? And I'm like, whoa. That's some deep words, because we never think of like, you could be too righteous. But he's talking about, if you look in the context, look at what the original language says, he's talking about how like today you see 10% of people in church doing 90% of the church work. And he's saying, hey, don't overwork yourself, man. Like, give yourself a break every now and then. And then on the flip side, that whole like, don't be too wicked, why should you die before your time? And those are those people who don't do anything. Like, they just try and party life all the time. There's a Key and Peele skit where they like go and they're like, yeah, we party all night, every night. And the song video just keeps going until they're like at the point of like, we're gonna kill ourselves. This is terrible. When will this stop? Because no one actually wants to live that way. I mean, it's fun for a moment to have a nice little break, but as you keep going, it's too much. And in that video, I mean, there's drinking and stuff, and no, that's a whole different subject. But just talking about breaking and having fun, you can't do it all the time. It will kill you. And in today's world, if that wisdom literature was written today, you would see something like, we live to fight another day. That's the saying. And it's a common saying. You'll see it in some movies. And it's just saying, look, sometimes we run away so that we can regroup and then come back and fight. And that's kind of goes back to that whole don't be over righteous idea. And then there's something from a great movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, the third one. I believe that's called At World's End. And they're all gathered together in this stronghold, and they're like, hey, let's just hide in here. We'll wait it out. Because if we go out there, this other army's ready to kill us. I think Captain Jack Sparrow makes a very wise statement, and he says, look, if we stay in here, we're all going to eventually starve to death. What we have to do is fight to run away. And what he's saying is, like, guys, if we stay in here, we're going to starve. But if we go out there, we have the opportunity to fight long enough to just get enough time that we can get away so that we can live. And that's kind of the other part of that saying. So today, maybe Ecclesiastes, that part of 7, would say we live to fight another day, but we fight to run away. And that's that's actually some really good wisdom. And that's really what the wisdom literature is all about. It's just these really practical sayings, easy to memorize, showing you two different sides of the same coin. And it just goes through and shows you the ways to live life. That's why a lot of people read Proverbs in a month, the one chapter a day, because it's very practical. And having that in your life makes you be better. And it's because, as the Proverbs writer says, wisdom is a voice that calls out to you and says, listen to me. Too many people don't have common sense. But the voice of truth. And when everybody else is telling you all this stuff about your life and how you should live and YOLO, the voice of truth is going to call out and say, here's another story. Here's how you can be more like Christ. Here's how you can be godly, but not over righteous, because you don't want to work yourself to death. Like I just said all that. But now I'm going to awkwardly ramble about it and keep shrugging my shoulders. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. That's what wisdom literature is. I'm going to unpack it a little bit more in there, so if you want some more details, if you ever run into a problem with wisdom literature, maybe I'll be able to kind of dig through it and show you what it's all about. Coming up Tuesday, me and my friend Shama are going to be talking about some practical ways to understand romantic love. And we're going to be looking at Proverbs 31, so we'll unpack some wisdom from the Bible, we'll unpack some wisdom from personal experiences, and I think it'll be a great time. We already made the video, so it was a great time. Yeah, I'm weird, just get over it. But it's a fun video, very practical stuff. Tune in. Shama's a local comedian in Greenville, South Carolina. He's a Bible student graduate. Does a lot with stuff with the ministry and stuff, and he's just a good friend of mine. So tune in this coming Tuesday and see what he has to say and have a good time with us. It's actually a lot longer a video, so prepare yourself. Make a bucket of popcorn when it comes out, because it's definitely worth it. Anyway, till next time, hope you live a healthy life for your body, mind, and soul. That's not going to become a catchphrase. It's just something I said right now on the spot for no reason. I'm going to awkwardly do things till I cut the video off now. Okay. I probably need a nap. Bye.
Reminding me of all the times I've tried before and failed. The waves that keep on telling me time and time again, boy, you'll never win. You'll never win. And the voice of truth tells me a different story. And the voice of truth says, do not be afraid. And the voice of truth says, this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out to me, I will choose to listen and believe the voice of truth. Oh, what I would do to have the kind of faith it takes to climb out of this boat and in onto the crashing waves, to step out of my comfort zone into the realm of the unknown where Jesus is, and he's holding out his hand, and the waves are calling out my name and they laugh at me, reminding me of all the times I've tried before and failed. never win. But the voice of truth tells me a different story, and the voice of truth says do not be afraid, and the voice of truth says this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out to me, I will choose to listen and believe the voice of truth. I will listen and believe. I will listen and believe.